You can cut it out.
So, welcome world to TinaMarie and KeyAndra's YouTube video. Our topic of discussion is
Boys.
boys.
So what about boys do you want to talk about?
I would want to say let's talk about how boys can be really. I don't want to say maybe insensitive. I would say they are very insensitive.
Oh my gosh. Like when they try so hard to be right all the time.
Cool.
That's the problem I have. Recurring problem with my boyfriend. Yeah. He's like, you're right. You're wrong and I'm right. It's like, okay, God, okay, 2 seconds to see if maybe you're wrong. Right. I'm a girl anyway, so I probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I would say that I think boys are really insensitive because they have like this big ego that they're always right, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they can never back down. They have too much pride. It's just like, I could never be wrong. Which is really very irritating. Like, very, very irritating. What do we give? What kind of advice should we give to girls who have boys who are very, overbearing and stubborn and feel like they're right all the time?
I would say she should try to talk to him about it, but if he's too arrogant, then he's just not. Dump him, like, seriously. He's not even worth it. Like, he's not even worth your time. You get someone better than that. Like, if he's an arrogant asshole, then just leave him behind. Like, he's just not even worth your time.
Just
leave him. I mean, if he doesn't.
Oh my God.
I mean, if he doesn't even want to listen to you for like 5 seconds, he's not even, if he really cares, he would listen,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I would say my advice for someone who is overbearing like that, dump him. Oh, don't listen to her. Her advice is really, really rude. I would say maybe you should talk to him. I do agree with you saying that you should talk. You guys should, I don't know, maybe agree to disagree about some things. And if you feel like he just has to win, that there's no winning with him, I say let him win a couple of times until the point where you just get fed up and you just know that if he's wrong, he's wrong. And I don't know, maybe you can try talking again for a second time, and if it just gets out of control and out of hand, I think, dump his ass immediately.
Dump him in trash.
Yeah, definitely, because I just think it's not worth it,
It's really not.
To be arguing about something.
I think if it gets
irrelevant.
If it gets to the point where you guys are cursing each other out, that's not a healthy relationship.
Yeah, so definitely not a healthy relationship.
Definitely not something you want to keep. So if you can't talk it out and you can't stop all the cursing because I've never had a relationship like that, and I'm smart enough not to have one like that. So,
right.
But if you fell into that trap and you have a boyfriend that's cursing you out and you're cursing him out and you guys are just cursing each other out, there's no point in keeping a relationship. It's completely unhealthy and that's just not good.
I agree. I did have a boyfriend who was really overbearing like that and very controlling and felt like he always had to be right.
You can't have friends?
Yeah. I mean, well, not like that, God. But I just felt like he just always wanted to be right about everything, and even when he was wrong and he knew he was wrong, he still would justify the fact that, he was right, or justify the fact that he was wrong to make it right. So it can be very tiring, I think so. It can be very tiring and very stressful, and no one needs to be stressing.
Yeah, it depends on the person, really.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've been with my boyfriend for 1.5 years, so. And for 1.5 years, I was the only one really trying to keep us together, so he realized that he wasn't trying as hard as he said he was to, really work out our relationship and all our problems. And then it got to the point where I didn't care anymore. But right. Yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try one more time. And, he tells me I should try one more time, so I'm like, this is it, 2 strikes you're out, so.
Yeah.
They gotta sometimes it has to get to that point, with someone for them to try.
You just have to dump his ass.
Yeah. If he doesn't try, I mean, it has to get to the point. Some people, they don't realize what they have until they lose it. So.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So, yeah. And then they're like, oh, I want you back. And you're like.
And you're just like, fuck off.
Forget you, man.
Yeah.
You're not even worth it.
Second question. I think a lot of girls want to know, what do you do in a situation where your boyfriend cheats? You can go first.
With me, honestly, I feel just dump him because Obviously,
She just wants to dump everyone.
No, because I just don't see the point of being with someone who cheats on you. Like, obviously, he's not happy, and you're not giving him all he wants. And obviously, he expects more than what you want to give him.
Right.
So, if he's going to cheat on you, then he obviously doesn't love you enough. Because, he cheated on you. Obviously, he's not, whatever he wants is not fulfilled. And, whatever, you can fulfill somebody else's expectation. You don't have to worry about being more than what you are for a guy. Right. So, if you're not enough, then you don't have to change for another guy and be a slut because he wants to do things and you're not ready to do that. So
you just like kick him to the curb, basically.
He's not, obviously, he wants a lot more because it happened to me. So
right.
I was not.
I wouldn't say I don't know. Well,
I guess it kind of does. It depends on the situation.
Right. I do believe once a cheater, always a cheater. Mm-hmm. But then again, I feel like in certain situations where if the female is not doing her job as his woman, then I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm justifying the situation. Yeah, someone's knocking.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna sleep on him?
No.
Where you gonna sleep at?
Probably.
You gonna sleeping on the couch in there?
Uh huh.
Okay, the covers is right here on this table.
Okay.
Christmas tree.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Makes you wanna share a bed with me.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm
not a wild sleeper anyway. So
okay.
I used to be. I've got changed now.
Cool. So back to what we were talking about.
We're gonna cut that out, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely cut that shit out. So I feel like in certain situations, if the woman is not doing her job as being a girlfriend or being a wife or whatever you may be, I do think that maybe I'm not saying it's okay, but I feel like it can be justified. Step up your game
sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Depending on what it is. Like, if you're not ready to, have sex or something and he's expecting it, then that's different. But,
right.
I mean, if it's just something that's just regular and just, just being a woman.
If you're getting cheated on just on a regular basis, then you need to give that up. Like, no one should be cheated on. It's just unacceptable. It's heartbreaking. It's very painful.
It is.
No girl should have to go through it. However, men feel like women cheat on a daily. Don't you agree with me?
Yeah, but that's not the case. We're a little bit more faithful than that. Like, you gotta give us more credit.
I definitely think men do cheat more than women, though. I have to say, because it's just in their nature to love other women, right? To procreate. It's just
all that. It goes back to like evolutionary and all that. Like men creating. Their job is to create children. So to show their masculinity, they create more kids. But But
so I definitely think if you're getting cheated on, or if you get cheated on and he's really sincere about it and he just like seriously regret it, I think that maybe you should teach him a lesson by breaking up with him, because you'll never know what you have until it's gone.
Exactly.
And you should just let love take its course. They say when you let something go, when you love something, let it go, and if it comes back, then you'll know it's meant to be. So I say if he cheats, let him go.
And some guys, they're just not ready for commitment. Like, some of them are just young and immature.
But you know what? I mean, if you're not ready for commitment, why even bother getting into a relationship?
Yeah, that's the thing with guys. They want a girl they can always have, but then sleep around with other girls too.
It's just unacceptable. Like, I don't want to be your main chick and you have sideline girls. Like, it's not cool.
It's not. No, we don't fly that way. It just doesn't know.
Yeah. Definitely not cool.
We're a little bit smarter than that.
Yeah. So I say let him go, ladies. If he cheats, let him go. Let him kick rocks for a couple of weeks or whatever, so he can learn his lesson.
So
yes,
we're smart.
I definitely been cheated on. Oh God, it was terrible.
I got cheated on. You got a girl pregnant. Not the business.
Yeah.
So
same situation with me.
Yeah.
It was not a good look.
Thank God for MySpace, because I probably wouldn't have never known.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a good thing we're stupid.
Another thing is, since we are on the topic of the whole little baby situation, I do not agree with women dating men who have already been used, as me saying, or what I'm trying to say is having a baby mama or a child. It's just, it's not worth it, and it's never going to work.
Especially if you're young and you're, like, we're both, college freshmen, and it's like, okay, we're definitely not going to do that. Like, we're not stupid. We don't know.
Can't do it.
We're trying to have lives here. And no.
So it's not cool, because now I've noticed that maybe in the year 2008 or 2009, I think that it was just like the baby making generation. Like everyone was having a baby, like it was a new trend, and it's just not cool to date a guy who's, has a lot of baggage. You just don't want to deal with anything like that. It's just too much drama. And he's always going to be obligated to take care of that baby and be a part of his baby mother's life, like
in some sort of way.
Right,
So
in some sort of way.
And if you don't like
that child,
and if you don't like her too, that makes it so much worse. So I mean, don't even put yourself in that situation. Like, just
it does not work.
It's not worth it.
It does not work. Trust and believe it does not work, because
maybe wait until it's
I've tried the whole baby daddy thing. It just doesn't work. It doesn't fit. You just can't find that sort of trust to trust him.
It's just not
it just doesn't work. So I say, if you are in a relationship with someone who has a child and an insane baby mama, I say get out of the relationship ASAP. Do yourself a favor, save yourself a heartbreak, and get out of it.
Save yourself a life. Like,
until I say, maybe when you're mature enough, or when we are older, maybe like 25-ish, and you can really deal with things, and you're responsible enough, to actually, go that far, I guess.
Yeah, while we're on the topic of babies, we should talk about all the young people who want babies. Like,
Lord.
I'm not going to say any names, but there's a person I know that he's like, I'm going to have a kid when I'm, as soon as I turn 15. I'm like,
oh, wow.
Are you serious? Like, 15, really?
Wow.
You can't even take care of yourself. Like, how?
That's like a baby taking care of a baby.
It just
like,
it doesn't work that way. It's like getting Jameer and having him take care of his little sister or brother that's coming. Just no, it doesn't work
that right there is not cool. I would never, ever, ever encourage someone under the age of 21 to have a baby, or convince them to have a baby, because life is just beginning when you turn, 20, 21, 25, whatever it may be.
Been through enough yet to even say you're an adult. So I mean, live a little, have stability. You can't be a kid fresh out of high school and having babies, or still in high school having babies.
It's not going to work, and it's not cute. And if you think that's how you're going to keep your boyfriend, honey,
it's not. No, they'll leave you. It doesn't matter. I mean, it happens. Think about all of the generations before us, all the women who do not really, they have baby daddies, but they don't have husbands.
6 or 7 baby daddies, like, come on now.
And they're like, oh, your dad, he's good for nothing, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you tried to keep him by having a baby, but that didn't work. It's your own fault. Like,
it does not work.
That's how most women were, and the generation above us. They were. And
it's sort of like a generational sin that I see. Like, when mothers have babies at a very young age, it's just like it happens to where their daughters have babies at young ages, and it's just it's not a cool thing. And I would definitely say that all women need to be the opposite of that.
I
do something for themselves. Men do not want somebody who is just gonna carry a stroller around and work at McDonald's and get paid minimum wage. It's just not cute. Why settle for less when you can
do so much more and actually have a career? There's a huge difference between a career and a job. So
I agree.
And shoot for a career instead of a job that you have. Because you have a job because you have to have it. You have a career because you want it. So
speaking about babies, so what do you think about abortions?
With me, I think if you are sexually active and you do get pregnant and it's just you just can't have a baby, I think if you can afford an abortion, then if it's the best thing for you, if there's no point of you bringing a child into the world or anything, do it. But I mean, there's other options, like there's adoption, and there's even open adoption, So I mean, there's a lot of options. It just depends, if you're some people, they look at adoption like, oh, I'm gonna carry a baby for 9 months and have a messed up body afterwards and just give the baby away and that's it. Some people don't like it that way.
You need to be wrapping it up.
Yeah, and then of course, accidents happen, and sometimes that's why they have morning after pills. So use them. Okay, that's why they were invented. So if something happens, the condom breaks, you have 3 days to buy a pill. It's not that hard. It's just one little pill. You pop it.
I mean, there's free clinics out there. Use them. Oh my gosh,
free condoms everywhere.
Of them.
Everywhere.
That's what condoms are made for.
Seriously.
So you can wrap it up. It'll save you from venereal diseases.
It'll just use it. Some people don't fall for it when a guy says it just doesn't feel good. Like, oh well,
you tell him
do it
hit
then.
the road, Jack.
If it doesn't feel good, why are you doing it?
Exactly.
Why do it then? If
I
it doesn't
agree.
feel good?
I agree. I think abortions are okay in certain type of situations.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
Like
not
for someone who's really young,
and you're just sleeping around, and you decide no, just
then
no.
I have.
It doesn't work that way. You can't just be a slut.
I don't have anything to say to
and,
sluts, whores, and tricks and all of that.
Be dating the person if you're gonna have sex with him. Don't be sleeping
or just
around.
be a casual dater. You don't have to sleep around with people. Just casual date.
You know? Like if you're gonna sleep with people, be with that person and actually have a sexual relationship with that person, not just sleeping around with a bunch of random people. You know,
that's just gross.
It's just nasty. Like
that's just gross. Like
there are girls.
You know what I like
that,
to do? I'd imagine a guy and who he slept with and who she have slept with and who all those people have slept with and who all those people have slept with. So think of it like that.
So you're sleeping with like
200 billion people. It's really gross.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, it's really gross if you think about it.
It's gross, and then you get a disease, and if you have a baby, your baby will have a disease. And I think that's kind of cruel to raise a diseased kid, because it's like
and STDs are traveling fast, guys. So definitely wrap it up. Guys need to wrap it up, and women need to be smart enough to just be like,
just be smart, and have them in different sizes too, just in case, because you never know. You know, this one guy made
not everyone needs a Magnum.
Everyone needs an extra large, and some people are like, I use extra large, and then you look at him and you're like, what happened? Like, did it shrink like a couple inches? Like, what happened?
Hilarious.
But no, it doesn't. No, just keep different sizes: small, medium, large. You don't need to go any higher than that, because I mean, unless you're dating porn stars, I mean, it's not. They take pills and weird stuff, and so of course. But no, don't worry. You're not gonna need an extra large and all that stuff. You're not even gonna need an extra large. Like just have a.
That is so funny.
Normal sizes, like average, because most guys are. So.
I mean,
and if you're in the heat of the moment and the guy's like it doesn't fit, be smart and just don't.
Exactly.
Just don't. And they'll say, "Oh, I can pull out." No.
You have to learn how to control your hormones. Like.
And then some people, I
think guys respect women who can say no.
Mm-hmm. And some people think that, okay, my boyfriend's a virgin, so we can have unprotected sex with
Oh, no.
We can just pull out. Really? So you want to get pregnant. Is that the deal? Like, because it still can happen. There's sperm in pre. Come on.
Right?
Come on. Do some research. There's a smaller chance, but there's still a chance here. There's still a chance, okay?
Right.
You must want to get pregnant. Okay?
I have
if you
classmates that got pregnant on their first time.
They even make female condoms. Like, come on now. Like, you could put in a tampon. You could put in they're weird. They're like feminine. Like they look like condoms, but they're like larger and it goes in the girl. But there's probably a lot. It's probably a lot simpler than a male condom because you can
probably like this big.
It has a part that's like it has like a ring, kind of like the
for girls who do it like to anyone and everyone on a daily. You're gonna need this condom.
It's big
because I probably can stick my fist through.
Some girls like that, which is kind of gross, but I'm not gonna go into that.
That is gross.
They're like, just and if you're a lesbian, and you like doing things orally, if you know what I mean, they make feminine condoms for that too. They have dental guards. There's a lot of stuff for women who like to do stuff with other women. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's life, there's women that but there's dental guards, so you don't have to get a disease sleeping around with a bunch of lesbians because lesbians have diseases too. They're not any special than a guy. They're not any special than straight
Some
couples.
Lesbians actually swing where they go back and forth to men and women.
And then that makes it worse because the disease spreads more. So dental guards, condoms, you can't be any more protected than that. And don't go around licking everyone's body. It's really gross. It's bad enough.
It's so weird. Like
it's bad enough
you're out licking people.
Some people are weird. They get really into it and they lick each other. And it's like, what the hell? Like,
hey, let me lick you. I love you.
It's like you don't know where his stomach or something being. Like, don't lick it.
Just give me a smooch.
That's and all if you sleep around a lot, I would recommend not French kissing.
Oh yeah.
Because unless you want herpes, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
cold sores are definitely a sign of herpes, just in case anyone.
So the guy's like, that's a pimple. If it's on his lip,
my ass. No.
I've had pimples that came on my lip, and because it's a pimple, I don't have herpes.
You know what? I get pimples too. Like
but there's
before
a huge
my menstrual cycle, I get pimples like on my lips. Not a cold sore, okay? Now those little itty bitty cold sores that bleed and pus,
and they're big and swollen and gross.
Yes, and it bleeds. That's
not a pimple. Okay, when you have pimples on your lip, they're little.
Never kiss a guy with that.
And I mean, when you have pimples on your lip, they're little pimples that you can pop. Like, you can't pop a cold sore. That's just nasty.
Yeah, you can't. It's
but you can,
so
but
gross.
it's pussy and nasty. And
it's so gross. I had a friend who, like, literally ripped her cold sore. Like, she had, like, a knife and literally, like, scraped it off. It was really disgusting, and I knew, not to ever use your lip gloss. Exactly.
And another thing is, if you're going to sleep around, at least look at what you're sleeping with, if you know what I mean. Look at it. Because if it has a bunch of nasty bumps and it's green and stuff, like, especially if he's white and he has, like, yellow and green.
I say you guys should definitely go and get tested before any sexual activity.
Yeah. Just, if you're going to be with someone and you're going to be dumb enough not to use protection, at least know that, my boyfriend's calling me. Just know that.
My boyfriend's calling her. It's so cute. And my boyfriend is sleeping. I don't know. He wants me to call him, but I know he's asleep. And I think I'm going to sleep in the living room so I can sleep on the phone. Are you going to sleep in the living room with me?
Or you can sleep in here. I should answer this.
Answer it.
Hello.
She's talking to her boyfriend. So I'm going to get my nose done. I don't know if I told you guys. But I'm going to get my nose done.
Yeah, we're going to put it on YouTube. We're talking about a bunch of different stuff. For some odd reason, we got on the topic of sex and diseases and stuff.
I'm going to get my lips, like, plump, like... like that, like what? I can't really do it right now, but it's like, and then I'm gonna get breasts, like, you know, I have like,
no, you don't.
Your birthday is over. Your birthday is over.
She's talking on the phone. It's been over a year, an hour ago.
See how you can't see it? You just see American Eagle. You need to see plump. Can't even see that look. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really disgusting. So. Let me show you my nose one more time. This is my nose. This is my nose, people. Look. This is how I want it to be, okay?
Your nose is fine.
Lift it up with plump lips. Watch the difference. Watch, people.
She keeps talking about how she wants to get her nose done.
Okay, that's cute. Right there. Right there. Right there.
I don't know.
See, my nose and then my lips, guys.
Your lips are fine. God.
Perfect. I hope I don't talk like this.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk like that.
Yeah, I'm having fun. She's gonna lift me from my boredom. I'm gonna harass her and make her come over every day.
See my lips, guys? look at my lips. I want them to be like this.
Yeah.
So I can be like, how you doing? How you doing?
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Look how big my forehead is, guys. What if I can get a forehead implant to where, you know, just make my forehead like this?
Guys get that done to look like females.
Oh my god!
They get their foreheads like shortened.
Well, I need a forehead shortener.
Hello. Like it's like an eyebrow type thing. Like,
really?
It's weird. Like they get it so they will like look. Cause you know guys usually have that square shape. They get it shortened.
Stop the capture.
Yeah.
Toodles! My voice sounded like Lady Gaga.